What's up, everybody? Bringing you another video. So, this is going to be part three in my three-part series of why people are fat. So, if you haven't seen my other two videos, my first video on why stressed out men prefer heavier set women, and then my second video on what body preferences do people prefer. So, what body shape do people prefer? Excuse me. So, today we're going to talk about why are people so fat these days? I posted something on my Facebook a couple of was that yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, but uh, close to half the U.S. population is projected to have obesity by 2030. Now, I don't know about you, but that seems uh, really alarming to me. That people are getting more and more fatter. I also posted another little map which shows how obesity has tripled since 1970. So, what's going on? Why are people getting more and more fat? Okay, so I'm going to make sure to add some descriptions below in the video so you guys can check out what I was looking at, what I was researching, so you can see for yourself and make your own decisions. Okay, so again, the half the population by 2030 is projected to be obese. Okay, uh, and this is by Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. The researchers predicted that nationally, severe obesity will likely be the most common BMI category for women, non-Hispanic Black adults, and those with an annual incomes of 50,000 below or below. Excuse me. So that seems really concerning. That it seems like people who don't have access to uh, the best foods. When you're shopping at the grocery store, you want to buy fruits, vegetables, meats. Your milk and eggs and stuff like that. Uh, these processed foods are really not good for your health. But the reason why I added this because I know a lot of people like to make excuses. A lot of people like to make excuses that for the reason why they're fat, and they like to blame it on they have some type of condition or you don't know what I'm going through. It's so hard. Blah 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 blah. This blah 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 that. Okay. Well, I'm here to show you what are the real reasons why people would be fat, and if maybe you might have one of these conditions. So, okay. According to the CDC, the percentage of adults with that are 20 and over with obesity right now, as it stands, is 41%. So if you're age of 20 and over, 40% of you are obese. Okay? Again, 73, including obese, are overweight. So 73% are overweight, including the obese. So that's three-quarters of the US population is overweight or obese. Okay? Percentage of adolescents ages 12 through 19 years with obesity, 22%. Children 6 to 11 years with obesity, 20%. And children 2 through 5 with obesity, 12.7%. That's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. That kids who should be running around playing are obese. This is some pretty disturbing statistics here. Um, but let's continue. Okay? So, what are maybe some contributing factors as to why people are becoming fatter? And not just adults, but kids too, which you should really be concerned because heart disease is the number one killer in America. Not cancer, not smoking, heart disease. Clogging your arteries. Okay, so conditions that can cause weight gain. All right, an overactive thyroid, hypothyroidism. Okay, only 5% of the U.S. population have been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, and then another 5% that may be undiagnosed. So maybe a total of 10% of the whole population have an overactive thyroid. Maybe 10%. How many people are overweight again? 75. All right. Some people got some explaining to do. Okay. Next thing, depression. All right. And this is from the World Health Organization. Globally, 5% of adults suffer from depression. Women most affected. So women are more commonly depressed. So maybe that's where Harvard got their projection from, that women, non-Hispanic, black, and low poverty people are more likely to be projected to be obese. So this must be a reason why. Excuse my stuttering. Insomnia. According to the National Library of Medicine, 33% have insomnia. Okay, so it's a little bit bigger number, but still in the minority. Diabetes is also associated with insomnia. Okay, but there tends to be a correlation with obesity and diabetes. So I know you can keep diabetes away with exercise, but we'll talk about diabetes here in a second. Menopause may be a contributing factor. Okay, Cushing's disease. Okay, Cushing's disease is a really rare disorder. Uh, it affects maybe 10 to 15% per million. So a real small percentage of the population may have Cushing's disease, which may cause you to be fat. Okay. So polycystic ovarian syndrome seems to affect only the ladies. I don't know what that is. Like, really, it was hard for me to find information on that. Congestive heart failure. So these seems to be conditions particular to a certain group of people, and you guys can find out the percentage of people who have that, but those seem to be very specific. And sleep apnea affects maybe 6.62% of Americans. Edema. I don't know what that is, but it's maybe a reason why you may be gaining weight, but 20% may have it. And I think this one right here, which I'm going to get over right now, is the most common reason why people gain weight or are fat, and that is metabolic syndrome, which affects 1 in 3 adults. The good news is that it's very largely preventable with just lifestyle changes with diet and exercise. Okay? Diabetes. 10.5% of people have diabetes. Steroids. So, steroids may cause people to gain weight as well. Common medications. So, things like birth control pills, antipsychotics, antidepressants, epilepsy drugs, and beta blockers for high blood pressure will cause people to gain weight. I don't know if you know this, guys, but 1 in 4 people, specifically women, are diagnosed with depression and are given antidepressant medication. So if you're a lady and you're gaining weight or you're feeling bad, it might be because of your medication. Birth control. Another thing that affects specifically women is birth control. An interesting fact that I actually researched. You can look it up for yourself, but you would have to eat 10% less to stay at the same weight if you were off the pill. So if you're taking birth control, you would have to eat 10% less to be the same weight as you would be off the pill. So, okay. Like I said before, heart disease is the number one killer in the world. In the world. It's the leading cause of death in the United States, and you can reduce your risk with a healthy diet and exercise. So, what did we learn today? Majority of people don't have a specific condition. Most people don't. Maybe some of you do. Maybe some of you got an excuse as to why you're obese. But most of you, 75% who are overweight and or obese, a lot of you ain't got no excuse. You guys are just making bad choices with your diet and not getting enough exercise. Now, I think another contributing factor that may be causing people to gain weight is the body fat, the plus size woman thing, the whole body positivity. Okay, we shouldn't be promoting this idea that being obese is healthy, that being obese is beautiful, because it's not. It's life-threatening. Heart disease, direct correlation with clogging your arteries, which is due to overeating, eating nasty fatty foods, is the number one killer in the world. Why are we promoting this idea that it's okay, that you're beautiful no matter no matter what? That's not true. Maybe you're beautiful on the inside, but on the outside you're dying. And if that's your choice, if you want to be fat, right? Like you want to eat whatever and you just don't care, fine. But it's not an idea that we should be promoting, especially when it affects children. Because if you remember earlier in my video, I gave you statistics on how it's affecting kids too. You guys remember back in the day, we used to have, or I mean, we might still have them now, but like tobacco commercials, like quit smoking, right? Because it's bad for your health. How come we don't have commercials today telling people to stop being fat? It's bad for your health. If you want to smoke, that's your choice, right? And if you have kids, you're not supposed to smoke in the house. You're supposed to smoke outside, so they're not getting secondhand smoke. Because what it causes people to die. Obesity causes people to die. Why are children being affected by this? If you want to be fat, that's fine. But when you're affecting your own kids, now we got a problem. It's the number one killer in the world. Let me get my fucking tinfoil hat or something, but anybody that's promoting the idea of being unhealthy is fucking trying to sell you some shit, and it doesn't have your best interest. I really want to drive this home and to spread some awareness, because this is a real serious issue, and the way we're going, we're just going to keep on getting fatter and fatter, and people are dying. You can call it population control. Again, get my conspiracies out, whatever. But it's definitely a concerning issue that we're facing today. You know, again, you do what you want, but it's not an idea we should be promoting in today's world. I mean, again, I know that may be just one contributing factor, body positivity. The quality of food that we eat, a lot of it is artificially made. with a lot of artificial ingredients and stuff like that that's affecting our health, causing us to have cancer, to gain weight, and all that, etc. We really need to do better. And we really need to speak out more about this issue because it's really concerning and it's affecting children's health. I'm all for people doing whatever the fuck they want, right? I don't care. You do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy, as long as it's not endangering other people. But body positivity is endangering other people, especially kids. So that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Hopefully, you found this information useful. Again, like I said, do your own research, find out for yourself. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.